What's in the package? What's in this box?
Welcome to NOLA Gent. Let the good times roll.
Alright, what's in the box? I've got something from the Appalachian Gear Company. I've never had anything from the Appalachian Gear Company before. I've only recently learned about it, so let's check it out. Very nice and neatly packed. Ooh, here we go. So we've got a little hoodie here. And a little hat, a beanie. Gotta say, the Beanie is quite thin feeling. Let's go try these things on and see how they fit. Okay, here it is, a large in olive green. This is alpaca fleece, so it's a little thinner than I thought it would be. This is more like a base layer, it feels like, than any sort of mid layer. And it's got this hoodie. Let's see how this goes. Okay. So the hoodie on me, large, fits a little tighter than I thought it would. I will say it's already pretty warm, although it's pretty hot where I live and it's not that cool outside today. We've had a little bit of a heat wave lately, so unfortunately I probably would be a little hot anyway, so I need to wait till we get a little cooler weather to give it a really good test to see how it is. It is very comfortable, it is flexible. I think it will stretch out a little bit more. I think I would like it a little looser for when I wear my normal clothes with other equipment that I have on the sides here that I like to carry for safety and protection. Now, this beanie is gray heather color. I also have another hoodie here in the blue malachite color. So here's what that one looks like for that color. So they do have quite a selection of different colors and other interesting clothing in alpaca. So go check it out. The Appalachian Gear Company seems to put out some highly rated products by the people that review them. So far, this is my first try of even seeing what it feels like to wear it. So I'll have to go out, give it some testing, and we'll follow up later with how this thing is working out for me in actual cold weather. Let's time out and we'll be back whenever we can with some cooler weather reviews. Haha, here we are a year later after I initially got my Appalachian Gear Company alpaca hoodie and a beanie here. So I have to say my experience after having substantial amount of time testing it out in the colder weather, this relatively thin alpaca wool has really punched above its weight. I find the wool on here to be far warmer than some of the sheep's wool sweaters I have that are thicker. So I've really enjoyed the comfort and the just wonderful warmth this thing holds in. It's just such a comfortable garment. It's very, very handy. I've really found it to be a highly useful thing. Now the beanie here, I have found to not be as warm as the hoodie, unfortunately. The beanie is also very thin, and I find that the beanie does not quite work as well for me as some of my wool from the sheep little beanies that I also have. So the alpaca beanie is good for when it's cool, but when it gets really cold, I find that my regular sheep's wool beanies tend to do a little bit better overall for some reason. It's still, you know, I think this might be a little more thin of a material than even the hoodie here. So I do find this hoodie to be quite a nice thing. Now, of course, if you get your beanie and the hoodie teamed up together, that's a nice combo. So I think that could be the secret of what to do is you've got your beanie on, you put the hood of the hoodie on, and then you're gonna be good to go, and it makes a nice combination there. So the two little items do match up well together, and certainly I found that the alpaca wool has kind of stretched out and fit on my body a little bit more, but not tightly. It stretched out and gotten to be a very nice fit. Initially, it was a little tighter than I might have liked it. Now I find it to be very, very comfortable. It fits pretty well, exactly the way I would want it to. And overall, I've been quite pleased with it. And I think it is a great piece of kit. So hey, if you're gonna go hiking, whether it's out in the woods or on a trail in the mountains or just out and about in town, this is quite a nice piece of kit to have with you to get out and about in the cooler weather. And you know, certainly you might need a jacket on top of it when it gets down to more of those freezing temperatures. But everything from, you know, upper 60s even down till right around freezing, I find this to be pretty comfortable, and it's got a very wide temperature range where I just find it to be very, very comfortable, and it really does fit a great range of temperatures. And this alpaca wool is just kind of, ooh, it's not itchy at all. It's just so nice to touch. It's like petting a little like kitten or something. It's so nice. It's just a very, very soft feel to it. It just feels just so luxurious. It's just a very pleasant thing to touch. So it's a very, very comfortable feel to it. And it just doesn't bind at all. I just have fantastic movement. Doesn't really catch at all, even when you kind of rub it against the sleeve on the one side against the torso of your body. It doesn't really catch at all. It's very smooth. So this certainly is a very handy thing for carrying a backpack or anything else where you're not getting a whole lot of rub up against the different parts of the wool from one piece to another piece. And under the arms even, I haven't noticed any wear under here either. So it has gone together very, very well without getting any kind of pulling or catching or wearing out in specific areas so far. And I've got to say that compared to a lot of other garments I have, it certainly is really fantastic. And I would say it's about the same thickness as some of my smart wool base layers, but the warmth I get from this is quite a bit more than I would get from my smart wool shirt. So this definitely doesn't even show as much wear as some of my smart wool. Some of my smart wool tops already have holes in them just from very, very light use, where this thing is a lot more of a tank overall, I would say. So it just holds up much better to moving, doing things, just being out and about. And I really haven't put the smart wool top through that much, really. I've been pretty delicate with it for the most part. So this thing I've been a lot rougher with, and it has certainly held up to the test. And you know, they do have a version of this without the hood now, so you can literally get one of these t-shirt versions they have that doesn't have the hood, where it would probably make for a pretty darn good base layer itself. So it's a very comfortable thing that you should consider when looking at all the wool options out there, as alpaca definitely, I would say, punches above its weight for such a thin layer. It just makes you feel good, and it just certainly has some performance that I'm impressed with. So definitely check out the Appalachian Gear Company as they keep adding more colors, more versions of different clothing items. They just keep going and going. So there's certainly not going to be sitting on their laurels. They continue to develop new products. So, 2 thumbs up from my experience. Your experience can vary though, and if you've ever tried anything from Appalachian Gear Company before, comment below, let me know what your experience has been. Everything I can find about the Alpaca wool and Appalachian Gear Company's products has really fantastic reviews. So go out there, check it out, see what you think, and definitely everybody that's tried it, let's hear what you've got to say out there. So thanks so much to everybody at Appalachian Gear Company for their fantastic alpaca wool products. And thanks so much to all of you out there that tuned into the NOLA Gent Channel, especially to my Patreons. And if you would so kindly, go ahead and share this video with any of your friends or contacts that would enjoy it, as it really would help me with that YouTube algorithm. Then tune in next time for more good reviews, good times, and good people. NOLA Gent here, and thanks so much for watching. And just go ahead and destroy this video right here to keep up with the fun.